This is Ricky Mike, coach of the Virginia Victinis, and yeah, welcome to I guess the SSBA Season 1 finals. Uh, Hooray, we made it. We ended up winning, of course, if you are following, I guess, we ended up winning our quarterfinals game, and then semifinal games, we actually ended up getting a forfeit win because our opponent, good old Dynamite, couldn't play. So yeah, we ended up, and now we're here on the finals. I don't feel too bad about it. Ultimately, we did win the regular season, so I'll take the bye, I guess, for getting first spot because there were no buys in this league. So anyway, I'm okay with that. So yeah, because this is the final, we're just gonna do the good old, we're gonna do the good old, I guess, long team builder. I'm gonna try to not make it long, but I figure that do the little extra since it will be the last game of the season whether I win or lose. So might as well. So anyway, we are facing Icy Dude once again, and he's Neverdiying Annihilapes. You can see the matchup on your screen alongside both our logos and the beautiful logo from the league. And yeah, I'm just gonna go over what I think they're gonna bring, what I'm gonna bring, and why we're bringing all of that. I should note that for almost the entirety of the season, I was first on the league, and so was, or I was either first or second, and so was Icy Dude. We actually, the regular season had 8 weeks, and we actually ended up being 7-0 by the last week, and of course, we had to play each other during the last week for the top spot. So yeah, this is a rematch, and if you know me, you know I love rematches, sarcastically. Um, because I think I brought a pretty good team last time to beat his team, and now I don't know if they're gonna adapt to that. What change should I make? Rematches are always tough, man. But anyway, so yeah, we did manage to get the 3-0 win during the regular season, and I don't think he brought a meme team. He actually brought a very serious team, and we were actually very close to losing, to be honest. The only reason we won is because we were to outlast his balls. And on that note, you can see his team. He has a very bulky, stall kind of defense core in Corbinite, Toxapex, Blissey, and to some degree, I guess, the Lando T and the Annihilate. But also very scary. But those two are also very scary setup sweepers, of course, with the Greens now providing screen support. Alongside that, he has two very strong breakers in the low kicks and the Famigo. And if that wasn't enough, he has somewhat of a mini rain core with the Pelipper, the Barracuda, Samurott. And ultimately, his Terra Captain, that he can Terra into any type that he wants, is the his one Electro. That goes from a I don't care about that Pokemon kind of thing to a annoying Pokemon once he gets access to Terra, because the things that wallet don't wallet so well if he has Terra. During the regular season, they brought Annihilate, they brought Corbinite, Landorus, Toxapex, Grimmsnarl, and the Terra Electro. I believe, no, I know that Electro was specs during the regular season, and it was actually pretty annoying because I don't have, it gets pretty good coverage for my team, so it becomes a game of trying to find out, what he's gonna click and adapt to that without taking too much damage or just straight up sacking something on my team. So that's gonna be interesting. You can see my roster on the left. Yes, I have a absolutely broken team. We do have Palvin, Spectre, Free Terra Gambit, Chi-Yu, Slitherwing, Among Us, and we do have Hazard Control within Northern. All forms are recording on one, although I couldn't put it there. And then we have the Donphan alongside a good breaker in Lycanroc, DOS, and Ticketer for support, and finally the Alolan version. So yeah, that's our team, that's their roster. You can see the speed tiers in there. speed tiers are pretty comfortable for me, other than the Electro. Unfortunately, the Electro is the fastest team on the matchup, and he hits really hard. Uh, so I have to be very careful about that. And also, rain is annoying. Anyway, during the regular season, they also brought, the defensive Toxapex set and especially defensive Corviknight set, holding the safety goggles to, I guess, always switch into Among Us, which was very smart. I'm guessing they brought light screen screams Grimsnarl, because I didn't see much from it. He got put to sleep eventually. They brought a special Landorus. Unfortunately for them, they cannot run any other ability but Intimidate, so they're stuck with that. And they brought, I don't know what kind of Annihilate they brought. That thing just died to one hit from Chiyu, Spec Chiyu, which is what I brought. So I expect them to make adjustments. Also the Terra for the Electro was ice. Okay. So I expect them to make adjustments, obviously. If they want to win this game, they definitely should. I don't know what they're going to bring, however. I could see them bringing the exact same 6 Pokemon and hope that he plays better. But also, I could see him bringing other Pokemon on his team. We play a very balanced kind of game last time. And this time we may end up having to play. He might decide to play just a super offensive thing. I had that happen in finals before as well, where my opponent, plays stall during the regular season, and then on finals they play happier offense, and I almost lose to that. That's why his mini rancor of Pelipper and Barraskewda actually worried me. I know they have won games with that in the past during season, although he doesn't have love, so I don't know how exactly, but I know he has done it. And if he brings that versus the exact same thing that I brought during the regular season, it could be annoying, it could be dangerous. Not that I cannot beat it, but it might be able to wear down my team to the point that I cannot beat the rest of his walls, or the Annihilapes, or the Landers. So yeah, I'm not sure what he's gonna bring. Well, one thing that I'm sure he's gonna bring, that he should bring, to adapt from what happened in the regular seasons, I think he should bring the Blissey. Yes, I understand I have a lot of physical attackers on the team, but I also have a lot of special attackers, and he kinda ended up losing like 5 Pokemon to Chiyu last time that we play, so it will make sense for him to try to bring a Blissey to, pivot into Chiyu, and then he can just, I guess, set up Stealth Rocks or disturb my team with Thunder Waves into that, which will be annoying. There was a lot of switching back and forth, especially with the Electro forcing out switches. Plus, bringing Blissey allows him to have a sleep absorber, because we do have a sleep clause, without having to bring a dedicated item for Among Us on the Corviknight. And then he's free to run either lefties or boots or, I don't know, Rocky Helmet on Corviknight. So I could definitely see him not bringing the Grimmsnarl this time. Although if he doesn't bring it, I'm happy with that, because Grimmsnarl is not a good Pokemon per se, but it's very annoying, especially with the priority Thunder Wave. And the screams, of course, because we don't want to have an Annihilate doing anything behind screens. But anyway, I could also see them not bringing the Landorus, but I can also bring the Xena. I mean, Landorus is just a good Pokemon, right? If he doesn't bring the special substitute set that he brought last time, he could just bring, just rocks and pivot, right? He could bring the breakers. I don't know, man. I definitely know that for sure that he has to bring the Annihilate, he has to bring Corviknight, he has to bring the Toxapex, or I expect him to bring Toxapex, the Blissey, the Electro, and probably the Landers or one of the breakers. If he brings the Pelipper, he has to bring the Barraskewda as well. If you bring Barraskewda by itself, it sucks. So I need to, even though I don't expect the rain to come, I need to have something for it to answer it if that is the case. So anyway, I guess let's just get into the thing, because I had talked enough. So yeah, let me show you the 6 that I'm bringing. Okay, so let's start with this. First off, we are bringing the captain of the team, Palafin herself. She has been the backbone of the team during the entire season, I think. At some point, the league stopped keeping track of kills for the season because reasons, but I'm pretty sure that Palafin is the kill leader for the season. This thing got so many kills. He sweeps so many teams with so many different sets that it's not even funny. Um, so yeah, last time we brought a choice band set, and we are bringing it again. Last time it wasn't very. It didn't do a whole lot. It was very good, but it didn't do a whole lot, mostly because I didn't play with it very good. I didn't put it in positions. Which, with that being said, it did what it had to do the best, which was kill the Toxapex with a Zen Headbutt. So we're bringing basically the same set that we brought last time, the exact 4 moves, the exact same item, but the difference is that this time we're bringing a more bulky set. Last time I brought Jolai with enough speed to outspeed the lock kicks at Jolai. This time I'm actually bringing a Adamant set with enough speed to outspeed a timid Pelipper, and that's it. Everything else I'm expecting to hit with Jet Punch. The main reason why I'm choosing to do this is because, well, during the regular season we really didn't need the speed. I never got to see how fast the Annihilate was, but I assume that for the most part I can take a hit from that thing and just hit it back with Zen Headbutt or with a Wake Crash. Landers will die to, Jet Punch. In general, everything doesn't like taking Jet Punch. Also, the Electro resists 3 of my moves. However, if he wants to beat one of the other Pokemon I have to quote-unquote check the Electro, then he needs to Terra that thing into a type that doesn't resist my stabs or my water moves. So at that point, I just need to put that thing into range. He may bring Ice again. I don't think that will be the best bring. It will be dangerous, but it wouldn't be the best thing because I can destroy that thing if he takes 1 round on Stealth Rocks. And if it's not Specs, it's not as strengthening as it is with Specs. So yeah, we're just bringing the same set, just a little bit slower, but a little bit bulkier. This thing also, in a pinch, is able to take a hit from Barraskewda on the rain, no matter what set, and kill it back with, either a combination of 2 Jet Punches or Zen Headbutt. Actually, in the rain, if the Barraskewda is not super bulky, after close combat, I straight up one-shot it with Jet Punch. So yeah, this is why he has to be careful about bringing the rain, right? Because he gives me a lot of danger. He gives me a lot of extra power on the Palafin. And they might think that, the Toxapex is good enough for that, and I completely respect that. But it may not be, right? Especially since I straight up one-shotted his Toxapex almost from full last time with Zen Headbutt. So yeah, that's Palafin. She has done tremendous work the entire season, and I just need her to put on that Captain Band one more time, put on the work, and win. We just need to win this. It's gonna be my first perfect season ever if we do, so that will be nice. This is an event Palafin, so of course it has a Battle Champion ribbon, which I think is very appropriate for it. Anyway, Pokemon number 2. We got Shredder, the King Gambit. I also brought this during the regular season. It was a little bit of a different set. I also brought leftover sets, obviously. Last time, this thing was supposed to set up a substitute on one of his walls and just Source Dance and kill his entire team because his walls died to Terra Electric, Terra Blast, which is what I was last time. And yeah, that was the general plan, right? Just beat his team, set up and beat his team. That didn't work out mostly because he brought a substitute Lander set, which didn't help because I only had Sucker Punch. So I mean, I could have played versus it, but it was also leftovers. It would have been an annoying thing, and Sucker Punch only has 8 PP, so I realized that it's probably not my best strategy. Also, this time we're bringing Terra Water because, again, I fear Drain if he comes, because it's just scary. I understand that the Electro was a huge problem last time, but nothing guarantees that I need to Terra with this Pokemon. If I don't see Rain, then I probably don't need to Terra with this Pokemon unless I have to kill Landers. And even then, maybe I don't even need to do that. Looking at his team, he doesn't have the best resist for Dark. I mean, he does have Flamingo. Flamingo is pretty frail. And he does have a Lock Kicks, same thing, it's pretty frail. The Grimmsnarl can be annoying. But again, we have coverage for that, right? So anyway, we are bringing this set. we're bringing a Sword Sunset because I think he can destroy his team if I get one Sword Sunset up. He cannot intimidate me with the Landorus. And Cattle Cleave just hit his team very nicely. Cattle Cleave actually ensures that I don't that after a Sword Dance I two-shot any kind of Blissey or any kind of Toxapex set. And of course, faster threats like Annihilapes or like the Electro has to worry about Sucker Punch. I have all the bulk in HP, which guarantees I take a hit from Landorus. If they want to start substituting, this time I do have a move that can hit them. Terra Blast Electric, obviously, last time. I mean, it could hit it if I didn't Terra, but you know, it's a special move, so it sucks versus Lander. So yeah, I think this is the best set I can bring versus this because on Terra Water I'm not running Iron Head versus because I do want to be able to damage the Toxapex if I need to. And yeah, I mean, I don't have enough moves to cover his entire team, right? I consider bringing other sets, but ultimately I think this is the best set, and especially versus Barracuda because if he comes from Terra, if he goes for a Waterfall versus me in rain, I take it and then I just kill it with either Cattle Cleave or combination Cattle Cleave and Sword Punch. So yeah, King Gambit, he hasn't done a whole lot during the season, but he's always been very dangerous, and I think that free Terra Gambit is extremely problematic for any other teams. I could see a war where he doesn't bring Landorus and Defiant will be useless, but not necessarily. I mean, if I Terra, he could start party shotting versus this, which will give me boost for no reason. If he brings Liquidation, Toxapex again, same thing. He could give me boost for no reason, which I will take. So yeah. Anyway, this thing has been killing it on BSS, both on doubles and singles, so it has the rank master. Terra Pokemon is gonna be what was probably ultimately ended up being the MVP of the last game, Chiyu. Last time I'm bringing the exact same set as far as investment and speed. It's just enough to outspeed his Jolite Lock Kicks. That's it. Last time I was a Specs, and that was very good, but it also required me to play very carefully. And I realized that if we are in the same position that we did last time, then I could have won easier if I could switch moves, because between switching into his walls and whatnot, I had to make good predictions, and sometimes I did, sometimes I didn't. Most times I didn't. He played very well. So anyway, we're bringing Life Orb this time because Chiyu is just scary. As far as the moves, we're bringing Nasty Plot on this team because I guess we don't think that he hits here hard enough for some reason. But no, I think that, you know, I do have opportunity to set up on some of his threats, like for example on the Grip Snarl or in the Corviknight. He has a lot of things that he doesn't want to stay on Chiyu unless there's Scarf. So if push comes to ours, I do have Nasty Plus to boot. Psychic destroys max special defense Toxapex after one Nasty Blood, so that's fantastic. I don't have to worry about that too much. Dark Pulse, just good to hit his entire team for natural stab. Fire Blast, unfortunately I'm forced to run that because that's the only thing that will two-shot a Blissey, but it will two-shot a Blissey after a Nasty Blood. So yeah, this is gonna be interesting. The reason why I'm running Life Floor versus something like else like Heavy Duty Boots. Well, Heavy Duty Boots is because I'm doing it on something else, and this thing has item close. But also I thought with the idea of Ruin Charcoal, but at the same time I would like my other moves to hit hard as well. And I only have 4 Fire Blasts, and he has a very bulky team with a Pressure Pokemon. So yeah, plus the Life Orb guarantees that I don't need to boost to be extremely dangerous. Yes, it comes to the price of some of my health, but ultimately Chiyu is not here to sweep. Chiyu is 100% here to break. Ended up sweeping last time, but that was completely unintentional. That's just how things work out. And if this team put things on range of Palafin's Jet Punch, then it will do its job perfectly fine. Um, that being said, I need to be extremely careful about the hazards game because this thing just takes so much damage from hazards and life orb, and doesn't have the best defense. Um, so yeah, we'll be careful with it, but hopefully we'll pull even more work than it did last time. I don't think that will happen, but you never know, right? Uh, we did win the first ever competition that we participate in Gen 9 with Chiyu on our team, so he has the Paldean champion ribbon because nice. Anyway, moving on. I brought this during the regular season as well. I need a rocker because I definitely need hazards versus his team, and this Pokemon is actually pretty decent versus their team, mostly because um, the eject button plus pickpocket combination is hilarious. During the regular season, I ran air balloon versus them, which I don't know if it came clutch. I mean, this thing came super clutch versus the landers, but um, other than that, the air balloon wasn't very useful. And I don't even know if it will bring the landers this time. Plus, the eject button, it basically accomplishes the same thing, right? What this is trying to accomplish is catch my opponent on a physical attack, weak physical attack that cannot KO me, take the hit, pivot out into something else. Hopefully, that will be the Corviknight, but realistically taking anything's items is nice. Plus, this allows me to lead with Palafin to activate its ability and then, go into something else. And if they lead with the Electro like they did last time, they ball switch on my Palafin, and that is fine because the eject button will activate on a ball switch, and even though I won't, it won't kick me out into. I won't steal its item because it's not a physical move. It will allow me to go into something else, like the Among Us, for example. Um, so it gives me a little bit of momentum, and it stops its ball switch from working, which is great. Um, so yeah, this is the reason why we bring eject button this time, but it's the same investment speed that I had last time. We are running Jolai with enough speed to outspeed a Jolai Lokix, and we're mostly a sporty set with Stealth Rocks because, like I said, we need Stealth Rocks, and I think this is my best Stealth Rocker for this game. Thinking Gambit cannot afford to be a Stealth Rocker here, I need it to be offensive. Knockoff is to remove items, which is super helpful for my entire team. Encore to mess with any of his set of sweepers like the Annihilapes or even Corviknight trying to do things, I guess. It's just annoying, and it really helped me last game versus Landers that tried to go sub in front of my Encore. And lastly, Gigaton Hammer, because I just need a move that hits things, and it does pretty good damage. It straight up one-shots a max HP Grimmsnarl. In case he wants to be cheeky with that kind of things. I could run Brick Break to get rid of Screams, but realistically, if he brings Screams, he's just gonna go into the 8. Plus, this Wi-Fi. I want to see an animation where Gigaton Hammer at least once this freaking season. I don't think I've seen it once at all. So, this is the finals. I need to see it. Last time I brought Play Rough, I ran Solcax. It does about the same damage to everything. That is super effective, and anything that is not super effective, actually, I don't hammer does more. And I don't foresee myself ever clicking 2 hits with needing to click 2 of the same attacking moves with this thing. Versus Corviknight, Play Rough doesn't do anything anyway. So, yeah, that's the almighty Todd. And she's very well trained, so that's why she has the effort. For Pokemon is gonna be my best quote-unquote check to that freaking Electrode. Also somewhat of an answer to Rain if he brings Choice Bandit or Scura. And it just does well overall versus basically defensive, offensive Pokemon. Among Us. The Among Us holding Rock Helmet. Pretty much the exact same set that I brought last time. Spore because he needs to respect that, otherwise, he will lose a Pokemon basically. He let his Grimmsnarl ultimately fall asleep during the last game, and that thing was completely useless after that. It's just because I let it sleep is basically cocaine knocking out Pokemon. So that's why I think he needs to bring the Blissey. I mean, it's a free switch into this, and then he can just switch out and heal it out, or he can just double up or stay in. I don't know. It's annoying. Give me a second here. Right. As I was saying, yeah. So exact same say that I brought last time. It worked somewhat okay. I would say pretty good. Sludge Bomb just for natural stab versus Steam. Clear Smoke is for the Annihilate 100% if you want to start boosting. I guess it may help versus other games. Giga Drain just because it's Giga Drain. I guess it hits Slanderous decently. I don't know, may change that for something like Foul Play before the game. I will think about it. And lastly, Spore, because it's of course Spore. This is just max defense. I don't want to mess around. Even with no investment, the Electro cannot do anything to me unless it tears into something that hits me super effectively. And I just come in and recover health versus that, so I'm fine with that. The Rocky Helmet again is for more chip damage on his team to help me put stuff in the range of Palafin and Chi-Yu for that matter. Or even Kangambi, right? Because we do have the Sucker Punch and the attack moves on that thing. Among Us, again, another superstar on the BSS, mostly for VGC, but yeah, Rank Master. And last but not least is gonna be my Hazard Control. I mean, he has very good Stealth Rockers. He has a lot of Stealth Rockers that are available and that I think might come. Plus Screams, so I need a defogger. I could bring my spinner, but my spinner is really not great in this matchup. I've been done fun. And Oricorio is not the best. I mean, it's good offensively, but it's not the best defensively, and I need this thing to be a pivot / defensive. So we're bringing Ulquiorra. It's the same set that I brought during the regular season, pretty much. He did decently well, actually. He helped me versus the Electrode, even though it was hitting me neutrally with his Stab Electrics moves. He still did pretty nicely. And he didn't let my opponent do many things, which is ultimately that's what I wanted to do, right? So we're bringing the same set that we brought during the season. I believe. I don't remember what the speed is for, but speed something. I'll check it out later. But it is timid, and it's something of a. He wants to do a lot of things, man. He wants to do stop breaking, stop stall, I guess, with Taunt. He wants to be able to recover health with Ruse, and at the same time, control hazards with Defog if I don't need them or I don't want them. And then Hurricane is mostly for, I guess, his fighting types, bug types, or Annihilate. So yeah, I don't fear defogging with this thing into Annihilate because, that would mean that I guarantee he will Hurricane the turn after unless he is specifically the choice card set, which ultimately I don't think kills me unless it gets a lot of boosts to the Rage Fist, which is why we're not bringing U-Turn this time. During the regular season we brought U-Turn Storm Ruse, and although U-Turn is always good, he was U-turning on me with his slower walls, so he was getting the momentum anyway. And weak U-turns get punished by Annihilate like badly, right? And also, I don't want to U-turn into a annoying electric switching because static. I'm sure he'll bring static. If he doesn't bring static, that would be nice, but he'll probably bring static. So yeah, we're bringing Ruse this time because it would have actually been really nice to have Ruse during the regular season to heal out damage that Electro was doing with Wall Switch. And yeah, Taunt is just to stop his walls from healing if he wants to bring them on this to try to heal, or Defog if they don't have hazards, or setting up their own hazards. So yeah, I mean, if I manage to taunt a Blissey, I will be super happy to just switch out into Palafin after knowing that it cannot do anything. So yeah, that's Ulquiorra. Again, I won a league with this guy, an actual regular normal league. So yeah, has a Paldean champion ribbon. But anyway, that's the team. It is the exact same 6 Pokemon that I brought during the regular season, which I don't like doing because, again, my opponent can adapt for them. They are very similar to what I brought during the regular season because I think that what I brought during the regular season was very good versus my opponent. Um, but they're not the same thing. They have small adjustments that allow me to fix what I had issues with during the regular season. That being said, I don't know what they're gonna do, man. For all I know, they're gonna bring the exact same 6 Pokemon the exact same way. But if they do that, this team can beat it a lot easier than I did during the regular season. Um, so yeah, I don't know. Well, wish me luck. If you watch this long ramble, thank you. If not, then enjoy the game. But in any case, we'll see you on the battle. Bye now. And welcome to the game, everybody. Okay, let's see what they brought. Huh, that is super interesting. The Samurai I did not expect. Let me just say good luck, have fun real quick. Cool. Huh. Alright, well, he didn't bring the rain offense, which is good for me. The Samurai I did not expect at all, to be honest with you. Matter of fact, of all his Pokemon, the one that I 100% expected not to come was the Samurai. So I may have disrespected that a little bit. Yeah, I figure that he may not end up bringing the Landorus because how good my matchup is against it. So that makes sense. I did make a chance. If you watch Steel Builder, I did make a chance on the Tinkaton, and I did put play rough on it instead of Gigaton Hammer because there is a small chance where that actually matters. So this is just gonna be an interesting game, man. We're just gonna do what we say we're gonna do and live with Palafin. If they live with the Electro, then so be it. But yeah, good luck, fun to ice it, man. Interesting adjustments that he made. He brings Blissey and Samurai instead of bringing Landorus and Grimstone. Maybe I respected the ring a little bit too much, but at the same time, you know. Yeah, he leads Electrode. That's fine. He may choose to go for a Thunderbolt here. Let me see. Tinkaton versus Electro. Hisui. Cha-da-da-da-da. Cha-da-da-da. If it is choice specs. He would do about 50%. That is fine. We're gonna go ahead and switch into the Almighty Thought. As they should. Just ball switch. But we'll see what they do. Here comes Thought. They're just gonna ball switch. Okay, cool. 125 out of 192. 125. That did 40. That did 35. That thing is specs. Cool. He brought the choice spec sets again. So this is interesting because I can go to Chi-Yu. I can also go into Among Us. I had to go Among Us, right? I don't have a choice, unfortunately. I could go Shredder. How much does my Shredder takes from this thing? King Gambit. Without Terra, I take 40. What does he go into though? He goes Corviknight. I can Source Dance on it too. Corviknight. Corviknight. Physically defensive. A +2. Shoot, man. Alright, I gotta be aggressive. We're gonna go into Shredder. I should kill you with 2 Cowtown Cleat. Cool. Yeah. I'm not gonna have a better opportunity to Source Dance, so I'm gonna Source Dance. They could fear that I am... They could fear that I am Terra Ground. Yeah, they did fear that. Good. Toxapex. Ooh, this is fine. This is absolutely fine. I two-shot this. Toxapex. If you are 252... Yeah, count on click should kill you. With 2 hits, I mean. So I'm gonna go ahead and counter cleave. The reason why I'm not just Swords Dancing again is because he could have haste. Rocky Helmet, that's annoying. Yeah, they're just gonna haste. Alright. So I did a ton of damage. Yeah, I did 75%. That looks about that. A little bit of that. So that thing is especially defensive. It might just be full split off. So I Swords Dance again, right? I mean, if I go for another photo cleave, I kill it, but I'm gonna Swords Dance again. I think he's gonna switch. Yeah, he goes into Corbinite. Let's go. He goes Annihilate. Oh, this is super interesting. Okay, that's cool. How much am I doing to Annihilate? Annihilate, I'm gonna assume that you are, I don't know, choose Scarf. No, 50. Counter Cleave is doing a ton, especially if you close combat. So I'm gonna Terra and Counter Cleave. And if I can take out this Annihilate, it's looking very nicely for me. Just gotta make sure I have ways to kill his walls. So we do Terra Water. Could either U-turn or they could cause combat. They're just gonna Drain Punch. Oh, that does no damage. Beautiful. Let's see how much HP you have. Ooh, almost killed it. He is leftist. Okay, that's good to know. I have no reason not to just Counter Clip again, right? I mean, let's see. Drain Punch from that thing. Did no damage to me if I Terra Water. Yeah, it did less than that. So you may not have anything. So Rage Fist at 100 base. Should be do about 30. I just Counter Clip. I'm not gonna show him I have the Sucker Punch yet. Oh yeah, you're gonna die. This thing is dead. This thing is 100% dead. Yep. Okay. The Electro now becomes 100% Electro is coming in. Electro, Hisui, 50. You will have to be 156 HP. So you should die to a Sucker Punch. Hell, if you're max HP, you still die to a Sucker Punch. Ooh. He goes Samurott. What is Samurott gonna do to me? Let me see. You team. All the Alex. Samurott. Do you have counter? You don't have counter. Do you have final damage? No. What do you have? What could you possibly do to me? Knockoff? Sacred Sword? But Sacred Sword's not doing anything to me. I'm just gonna Counter Cleave this. Knockoff. Oh, yeah, that's absolutely fine. Yeah, I don't care about that. I don't need the health. His life orb too. Woo, hoo, hoo, hoo. Goodbye, Samurott. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. Yeah, I don't care. The recovery from leftovers is nice, but it's absolutely not needed. Alright, Corbinite. How much can you do to me? Or what do you do to me? Especially defensive. Braver can do 30% if it's not whatever. Body press is even less. My Counter Cleave should two-shot you. And if I get to +4 on that, yeah, I'm just better off just Counter Cleaving. So I'm gonna Counter Cleave and see what happens. Yeah, they're just braver. It's fine with me. Oh my god, that does nothing. Use Counter Cleave. Nearly kill it. So another Braver is not gonna kill me, so I'm just gonna Cattle Cleave. Yeah, I figured they would just roost. They are trying to fish for my Sucker Punch. That's fine. Right. So are you Pressure? I don't remember if I saw Pressure. It might be Pressure. Who knows? So if you're Bravers again, that's annoying. Yeah, Coward Cleave. I think I'm doing more damage. Yeah. Doesn't kill me. Beautiful. Unfortunately, now I'm kind of stuck. So if I kill the Pex, I die to Rocky Helmet. Oh, he has this still. I forgot. Should be faster than you. Blissey. I think I put enough speed for you, right? Yeah, I put Song as enough speed for it. So I should be faster than it. Let's hope that it works. Never mind, he's faster than me. Ah, that is so annoying. Okay. Damn. Should I just Sucker Punch? Okay. How much is it taking? No, not right now. If I go Palafin right now, if this Blissey is super defensive, Palafin is doing a ton of damage. Palafin could kill with Wave Crash, and I know that the Toxapex is not defensive at all, which means Wave Crash has a good chance to do things. I go to you, Palafin. Palafin, flip turn to the Blissey. Should be doing 50%. Okay, let's go Palafin. Okay. We had to flip turn, right? Yeah, we had to flip turn. He goes Toxapex, that's fine. At this point, he has to play super aggressive if he wants to get back into this game. Yeah, he had to go. He had to switch on. Yeah, he will go Toxapex, that's fine with me. We're gonna get a flip turn off, take some Rocky Helmet damage, but that is fine. We got Think here. And either knock off something or we anchor something. I think the rocks will be nice too. But right now, knock is my best play because I need to knock that Rocky Helmet so it doesn't become too much of an issue. He's keeping the Blissey alive, which is a very good choice on his part. Alright, the Rocky Helmet is gone. He's just gonna recover. That's fine. Yeah, you were gonna do that eventually either way. I set up my Stealth Rock. And we're gonna see what I'm gonna lock him into, I guess. That's absolutely fine. I can lock you into that, which I wouldn't mind about. I'm gonna lock you into that. Right. It's just chill water. Okay. So I can go Palafin here. It will reduce my attack, but you know, that is fine. Let's pull out Todd. Use it as a sack later, probably. Use Palafin. He's just gonna chilling water. It's fine with me. Blissey, if you are super defensive. Sanghem bot from my Paladin hero actually doesn't do a whole ton of damage. How long are you anchoring to that? This is your last turn anchoring to that. Anchor into that. So I will go for the Sanghem bot. I could just flip turn. If I flip turn out, I will have to go into Neuburn. Now flip turn. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Here we go into you, right? I could go into Neuber. Actually, we go into Neuber and we can start trying to Hurricane. If he tries to go into Blissey, we just go into something else. Could go into you. Alright, let's go Among Us. Yeah. Tax falls, that's fine. Its anchor is over. If it tries to go Blissey, we can sleep it later. If he tries to go, no, we're just gonna sleep something. Now that we draw Tax effects. For how what? Yeah, okay. For how bad this was going for them earlier, this could be the item, right? This note. Cool. All right. I'll say we go Paladin here. If he switches into Tux specs, so be it. Goes into Electro, that's fine. That's fine. We'll sack the right. So my Paladin versus Electro. Versus Electro, sure Hisui. 156. Your turn ice. I need to put you about 85. It's doable. Yeah, we can sack Todd here. See what they log into. Alright, they do go for the Terra. They're fire this time. Oh, okay. Cool. Alright. Critical hit. That is fine. Okay. So I can go into you and straight out nasty plot. And I think that's what I'm gonna do. Then again, maybe it's not the best idea. I could go into you and try to Hurricane. I had to go into you and nasty plot, alright. We're gonna do that. We're gonna go into the Chiyu Machine. Get some of that going. Alright, we nasty plot. Go into Pex, please go into Pex. Now he has to go into Blissey. Yeah. Alright. Chiyu. Versus Blissey. Assuming that you are defensive, +2 with my Dark Pulse right now, I will do 43%. Or I risk it and go for the Fire Blast. No, I go for the Dark Pulse. I just need damage on this. Woo! That's game. Oh, I'm so sorry, man. That sucks for you. So bad. Oh my god. But that just shows how much of a monster Chi-Yu is, huh? Alright, Electro versus the Chi-Yu. We had done this song and dance before. We know that it doesn't kill us with a Thunderbolt. Choice specs. Thunderbolt, that's 62 at the most with just Dark Pulse. Yeah. I'll take care of the Electro. I'm so sorry, man. Another crit. Well, that one didn't matter. I am so sorry, man. That critical hit was huge. Then again, I don't know what his Blissey was. If he was purely defensive, like I run Blisseys most of the time. 252. Yeah, the Dark Pulse, the Dark Pulse wouldn't have killed him. Yeah, Psychic will end this. GG's to Icy Dude, man. I am so sorry to end the season with a critical hit. It sucks. But I think we were still in a winning position after the absolute rampage that King Godmade went into. But GG's, man. I guess we are the SSBA Season 1 champions with an absolutely broken team. And yeah, well, what else can I say? Thank you everybody who watched the game, I guess. Thank you everybody if you follow the season. Um, Again, a little bit of a sour note that happened. I should have just go with my original plan, Fire Blast. If that thing wasn't super, if that, no, even the Fire Blast would have killed it. Yeah, that's super unfortunate for him, man. Admittedly, having Terra Fire and Electro was not great on their side because the moment that they lock into Terra Blast Fire to kill the Among Us, I can't just go into Palafin and clean Hembo twice and win, right? He needed to be super defensive with the Pex in order to do that. And the only reason why I'm saying that is because I guess, um, assuming that the Chi-Yu 1v1's the Blissey. But you know, Dark Pros always could have flinch, and if flinches it, there, it is a two-shot, 100%. That thing wasn't leftovers, at least not from what I saw. But yeah, man. Congratulations to Icy Dude for making it this far as well. He showed that stall or balance, I guess, it is very viable still on J9 by beating everybody else pretty much but me. But I have broken ass team with a bunch of breakers that unfortunately his walls weren't able to handle. In any case, man, thank you for watching. Glad to be a champion again on Gen 9. I believe this is our 5th championship. We do play in a lot of leagues, so that's not, I'm trying to say I win every single league that I play because I absolutely do not. But yeah, no, this was fun. Thank you, Fort and the mods for inviting me. And yeah, I'm just gonna go celebrate with a nice breakfast. All right, well, thank you everybody. Bye now.